Hey, it's Tay and B, and welcome back to another episode of Say More from Both Sides. Tonight's episode is about beauty and the bias when it comes to pretty privilege. Pretty privilege is an advantage you receive when you meet a certain beauty standard. It happened before and it's still happening today. Whether you have experienced pretty privilege or not, it affects us all whether we realize it or not. Dating, social groups, opportunities, and even in the work and corporate world. What side of pretty privilege is not talked about enough?
So I think the side that's not talked about enough is like the unwanted attention that you get. Sometimes I feel like people, especially like men, like over sexualize you automatically when you're on that side. And also, it is easier to get, it's easier and you do get treated better, but I feel like you're more of a target. And not only that, the emotional abuse that comes with that as well. Because I feel like when it comes to men and oh my God,
It's a tongue
pretty
twister.
privilege, I feel like they they just want to arm candy, something that looks good on the outside, not really what's going on the inside. So I feel like that's not being talked about enough. And I also feel like another side that doesn't get talked about enough is you can be pretty, but your attitude is disgusting. Like you have the most terrible attitude that you can possibly think of. Also, what's not being talked about is how most pretty people are very like insecure. Like everybody else may think that they are beautiful, attractive, but they feel ugly about themselves. I've ran into a lot of people who were like very pretty and they were sweet too, but like they didn't look at themselves that way. So that's what I feel like is not talked about enough.
I definitely agree to sum it all up, like seriously, because I was also thinking that overlooking your entire worth and difficulty, like maintaining and forming genuine relationships, like how you said. Because, like you said, it can be rough in dating because people do just look to crack and just want that arm candy. They just want something that looks good. And people just like the look of you and they know that you compliment them physically. So they just keep you around for the image. So I definitely agree. And I also agree that pretty people, most of them, some of them, do have low self esteem about themselves.
Question number two: when talking about pretty privilege in black communities, how much does colorism, hair features, and body types determine who is pretty?
I think all of it because it happens very often. And as long as I can remember, even from being young, like we have always heard, not necessarily to me, but just in general, hearing things. People say, like, oh, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, or light skins have the best hair, or thick girls are better than the thinner ones. And even comments about, the bigger lips features and all of that. And I believe that it not only happens with women, but with men too. Because the women, they also say, like dark skins are better than light skins, or I prefer a heavier or a huskier man, or waves over dreads. And overall, I just feel like it comes from preference, experience, and like the fame culture. Preference because we all like what we like, attraction, and that gets said, that gets put on the forefront. And then experiences from dating or opportunities due to rejection, unfairness, and not feeling compatible and things like that. And then with the fame culture, um, it was a time back where, like in the early 2000s, it was like the slim and natural bodies. were in the music videos and the light skinned women too majority of the time. And so that was like broadcasted and entertained as nowadays in the music videos. And what you hear the most about is like the thicker women, and there's more spotlight on the brown and black women, like the darker skinned women. And I don't know, some comments I just be feeling is like unnecessary. This lady, it was two women, and they was like, because I'm thin and light skinned, that I'm out of style, and nobody wants me. I'm not in, and this and that and the third. Girl, I turned around and looked at them. And I said, "Ain't nothing fucking wrong with me. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm bad." So I don't know. That's my thoughts.
I agree with everything that you said. And like you said, it does play a huge part, especially for black women. Um, I do feel like colorism does happen not only in the white community, but the black community as well. Like you said, the light skin versus dark skin thing, which I never even understood because, like, I think dark skinned women are so pretty and they have just like, I don't know, the darker their skin, the more unique their features are. And it's not just the women, it's the men too. Like, I don't know. I just found that so weird. And I don't know, I never really had problems with the light skin, dark skin thing. I felt like sometimes when I would be around darker women though, I felt like it was tension, which I don't understand because like I love everybody so. But I do feel like you said, your features play a part, your body, like everybody wants well most people they want somebody thick, long hair, light skin, all that good stuff. And I feel like we also just play along with what we see on TV and what you see these rappers and these Instagram girls are doing. Like, it's never really, it can be off of experience, but lately I just feel like everybody just doing everything they see somebody else do. Like, nobody has their own, like, thing or preference. They're just doing whatever anybody else in social media is doing. So, that's really how I feel about that. It's just, I don't know, it's just so much that comes with it. The light
It
skin,
is.
dark skin, and I also feel like that plays a part in like how you'll be treated too, like in a club setting too, because I've seen like videos, especially like in Miami, they'll let all the lighter ones go in, but then the dark skinned friend get left to the side or have to stand outside. Which if you leave your friend outside and they can't come in with you, you bogus. Period. Point blank. I don't know. I just hate it. I don't like it at all. Especially being that both of my parents are dark skinned and like if you look at me, I'm like in the middle, like caramel and then like I say a little bit light in the winter. So I don't know. I don't understand it.
It's everywhere. I don't get it either. I really don't. But do you think pretty privilege actually makes your life easier, or does it just open certain doors? And do we still need to prove ourselves afterwards?
I do feel like pretty privilege opens doors. Even like I said, every when attraction, when a person first look at you, whether they don't have to be attracted to you, but they can find you attractive. So I do feel like it does open doors for people. And this one thing that Jada said on Instagram, she was like, what did she say? Something to the point of you can be pretty privileged, but you can also just be like a easy fuck if you don't have no brain or whatever. Something to that. And I think that a lot of people just think that their pretty privilege is going to just get them anywhere and everywhere, which it can, but you also got to have the brains too. You can't just be like a easy fuck over. And I also feel like sometimes the pretty girls be kind of slow a little bit. Not all of them, but some of them. And they just use their looks just to get what they want. It don't matter what it is. It could be a job. It could be a guy. I mean, it could just be anything. So I do feel like you still need to prove yourself. You need to let people know that, hey, even though I'm pretty, you know, I am smart. I do have this going on. I am capable of doing this. And just letting it be known, like just being dominant about, don't let this pretty face fool you. I know what to do. I'm still that girl. Like, I don't know. It's just, this topic for me is just like a lot because it's so many points that you can touch on. And also things that I've seen like with my own eyes too. Because I just remember like my auntie, like I was skinny. And my auntie, she like thick. When we were in Chicago, I used to like go with her because she was like my favorite auntie. So she used to take me like any and everywhere. And she was the typical light skin, thick as hell. My auntie thick as hell even to this day. Long hair, and you would just see all the dudes just wanting to talk to her, stopping, trying to get her number, and she'll give it out too, give her number and stuff out and all that good stuff. But I just remember being like, damn, I wish I was thick. I had long hair, but it was just mainly the thick part for me. And I'm kind of sort of light skinned. I'm in the middle. I'm a mixture of both. So we'll say caramel. But I don't know. I just remember like, dang, I can't wait till I'm thick. Da 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 da. I'm gonna have all the dudes. Da da da. It was just crazy. But now I don't want to be thick. I'd rather be skinny, which I feel like we get that a lot too. Like we always want to be thick like other girls or light skin with long hair, and then I guess when you get the thick part, you be like, well, it ain't what it's cracked up to be because it's really not. I wish I was smaller as opposed to being thicker. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I think I had to grow out that mindset too, and just was like, you know what? I'm wonderfully made. I'm beautiful just as I am.
Yeah, because, oh, yeah, I used to look up to my auntie a lot. Like, I wanted to be her so bad growing up, especially in Chicago. I just knew if I got thick, I was going to have all the dudes.
I would kind of say maybe a little bit of both. I only say both because it can happen either way, especially if it's due to pretty privilege. Either way, you're still going to have to prove yourself somehow, like you said. So when it comes to like an easier life, all people are going to see is like a fine, beautiful woman. But that woman is still going to have to prove that she's more than just a pretty face. Like there's personality and there's something that she stands on and stands for. She's just not a stereotype. And even with opening doors, which can lead to making your life easier, you still have to prove your work ethic, especially like if you want something to last like long term, then you have to do your show your work ethic, show that you're strong minded, your character, and just know that looks can only take you so far, especially in some areas in life. So no matter what, like B said, I agree. Everybody needs to be more than just a pretty face.
How does AI and filter culture change affect the pressures of looking good?
I say AI and filters make people cautious to post their natural beauty photos. People think everything needs to be edited for the pleasing eye of everybody. When people are live, they be putting on the filters to hide their blemishes or their dark spots or even try to adjust their features somehow. And everybody has insecurities, but everybody is just beautiful in their own way, and everybody is beautiful to somebody. And just know like it's natural to have the acne and the blemishes, and just know that you're not the only one going through all that. The AI and the filters have led to people having lower self-esteem because now they see what's getting likes and comments on top of them thinking they're not pretty enough, and they're just not. attractive to anybody. And we should realize and keep in mind that the filters are cover ups and AI can change anything. So just post your natural beauty photos. Don't let the filters and everything get to you because it's those are not real.
I can agree with that. I do think it make pressure puts pressure on people to want to look good and look a certain way and have a certain aesthetic to attract what they want to attract or who they want to attract. Um, but I do feel like, depending on like what type of photos you are taking, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with doing a little bit of editing, but when you do like a whole 360, I think that's where the problem leads, especially when it comes to like, for instance, online dating. Like this person, this guy or this girl may think that they're getting this person that they see pictures of, and then when y'all meet in person, you're not even close to, let's say, 80% of what you look like in those photos. You like a totally different person from your face to your hair to even your body shape. So I feel like depending on the picture, like if it's like them going out pictures they post on Instagram, like a trip picture or even like a graduation picture and birthday pictures. I feel like there is nothing wrong with doing a little bit of editing and stuff. I just think if you do like a whole 360, that's where I have the problem with it. But I don't know. I just feel like be comfortable with yourself, but also do what you feel makes you happy. I don't know. I just don't care about AI and filters and all that. Like, it doesn't bother me. It would only bother me if I was to think I'm seeing this person and this person is not even that. They're somebody's grandpa or something. Now, that would piss me off if I was doing like online dating or something. And I'm thinking I'm dating this young, cute guy and this is really grandpa on the other end. That would piss me off. But other than that, I don't really care. I feel like people can do what they want.
How can non physical traits change how pretty privilege works?
I feel like your personality can change how somebody sees you. Because, like I said before, you can be pretty, but you can just have a nasty attitude. Like, I've seen some people who are like pretty, but their attitude is just like disgusting to the point where, like, I don't see how people even deal with that or tolerate that. But I feel like, too, you know how you see like a couple that you wouldn't think would be together, but they're actually together. Have you ever, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
seen? Yeah, I feel like it's one of those. Like that person is just good hearted. They have a good spirit. They're nice. I feel like your personality plays a role and kind of overlooks that pretty aesthetic that we think everybody's supposed to have. I feel like as long as your personality is good and you're a good person, then everything else shouldn't really matter. But when you first meet a person, you're basically looking at them to see if you're attracted to them. But yeah, dudes. But I do notice that dudes like funny girls. They really do. If you funny and you can make them laugh, you kind of can win them over a little bit. It don't matter what you look like. I feel like they easy. You can laugh them right out their underwear. So I mean, it just depends. I feel like long as you got a good heart and good personality, you're funny, not funny, but funny. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I agree. Because basically, like the whole episode, we just been heavy on you need more than a pretty face. So, like, just showing your character, like you said, your kindness, your honesty, what's your work ethic, are you knowledgeable, like what you into, things like that. Who you are on the inside, and like how your mindset is, how you treat people. all of that can take you places where a pretty face can't. Like, for instance, people who choose to go to college, they look at your grades and your intelligence. If you play sports to get a full ride to college, you have to show your passion and your hard work in the sport. So having good character and, Christ-like traits and just being you authentically and doing the best that you can get you blessings that you never even thought of. Relationships, networking, business opportunities, some things only God can do. So being nice just goes a long way and just brings blessings, especially if it's all genuine. So I think if we as a society and entertainment world like stop broadcasting just looks all the time, looks, and focus on like who the person actually is, then it can change some perceptions, especially because of the influence that it has. And it may not change preferences, but it can change the perception on like our relations and interactions and maybe even some of our decisions.
Okay, question 6. Can pretty privilege trap people in a constant loop of seeking approval?
Yes, whether you get pretty privileged or not. For some people, their looks get to their head when things have worked out for them because of it. So they want that constant yes. They love the feeling of what happens. So they keep going because it works for them. While other people are in a loop of wanting a yes and they feel like they are not pretty or good enough and they seek certain attention and they switch things up sometimes, doing things that are not them or make them uncomfortable just to be approved. And it shouldn't be like that either way. Because someone like is trying to get a job promotion and their boss, their CEO don't promote them because the CEO thinks the younger woman look better and they just give them the job just because they want to flirt with them and get close to them on a different level, but in actuality the other person actually deserves it because of their background and their qualifications. But overall, just know that you are enough and the Lord approves you as you are. Love yourself. You are beautiful, and there is a such thing to approve yourself and know that you are worth it, and you don't need approval from people who don't even know you and people who don't even love themselves or even people who are not on the same level as you.
Okay. And I do feel like pretty privilege has us in a trap to where we're seeking approval, especially like I feel like women, we just would I say automatically or not all women. So I'll say some women would see another woman come into the room or is in the room and automatically see them as competition. Like they feel like they have to compete or like show out and show how pretty they are. Oh, am I pretty? Look at me, just to get that approval or that attention that they want. While the
Mm-hmm.
other person like just don't care. They're like who they are. They're not trying to even, you know, get all of the attention. They just, you know, is being themselves as opposed to the other person who wants the
Trying too hard.
attention. Yeah, and see the other person as competition. So, and then I also feel like, especially with social media, like seeing all these people get approved likes, possible brand deals, I feel like that makes other women and other people want that too. So they're doing the same thing that person's doing or doing something different to get that same attention. That's how I feel about the whole TikTok thing. I feel like TikTok is now just oversaturated with people doing the same stuff. And what is that called? Twitch? Is it called Twitch?
Yep. And kick.
Yeah, Twitch and Kick. Like now it's just too many of y'all. And I'm sorry. I am so fucking tired of seeing Blueface. I'm so tired of seeing them on my timeline. Like everybody's it's just oversaturated. Everybody's doing the same stuff or doing just a bunch of extra stuff, and now everybody's just taking the role just to get that attention, approval, money, just overall everything. And then too, I feel like that can be dangerous because eventually your appearance is going to change, especially if you don't keep up with yourself or if something happens to you. So that's the thing, and I'm gonna say that's the thing that we don't talk about in pretty privilege. I'll put that in question number one. Like you're gonna eventually change. You're gonna get older. You're not gonna be that same person. I
That's
don't
true.
think that get talked about enough because even still, like you know how like in high school, all the pretty girls and all the guys that you found cute, and then you see them like
Years
10 years,
later.
15 years from now, they look like they've been through hell and back. Some of them be on drugs. It just be like and then you be thinking to yourself like, dang, this person used to be so pretty and da 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 da. What happened to them? So I think that's what we need to understand too. That life can change you and your body and everything can just change because you're eventually gonna get older and shit. Once you get older, everything start changing, especially when you get in your 30s. I never had these many problems in my 20s as opposed to now. Back, body, legs, everything be hurting.
Everything. Everything.
Alrighty, so I guess we're going to do our mental check in. So, how are you feeling this week on a Tuesday?
I'm doing good. I can't really complain. I'm trying to think what I do over the weekend. Deep clean, got some groceries. I chilled. I worked every day last week. I work every day this week. So I'm just focused. I'm on grind mode right now. How are you?
I don't know. It's been stressful. I'm trying to get my head together.
You started school yesterday, right?
Yeah, but I was not feeling it. I was like, I am, and I'm trying not to get into that mode of procrastination because I am so known for doing that, and I literally cannot do that. But yesterday, I was just like, so just, I don't know, stressed, I guess you would say, because I'm like trying to get the boys ready for their first day, which was today. Um, just trying to kind of pray over everything, making sure everything goes smoothly, and making sure, just trying to stay focused and
That part.
make it easier for myself. But I feel like the stress is trying to creep in and I'm trying to push it back out. So I'm kind of trying to push it out and keep it out. So I don't know, girl. It's just one of those days, weeks. And then, girl, Dolly died today. My cousin sent me that. I was like, what the hell?
3 deaths in 1 week. I can't take no more.
I
I can't
sure
take
was.
no more.
I had to go on Instagram because I was not on Instagram today because I had I had a doctor's appointment and then I had to get the boys ready for their first day. So when I seen that, I was like, let me just make sure because they lying.
Girl, no, it's true.
I know. I opened Instagram. That's the first thing I saw. I say, damn.
Hayden, Eddie Kane, now Dolly. I just can't.
Eddie came from da da da. Don't tell me. Uh, 5 Heartbeats, right?
Yes, girl.
I thought that was a lie too. I was just,
Sad.
and then They trying to kill us, girl. Every time I get on TikTok, do you
The
follow that
food,
dude Aaron? I forgot his
Aaron.
what on TikTok, the news guy.
No, he
I'm
don't
gonna
even
send.
sound familiar.
I'm gonna send him to you, girl. Every time I open TikTok, he telling me what's recalled. I say, damn,
It's all every week is something new.
girl, yes. And I was like, the sunshine popsicles. I usually get those. Then the dog food, like everything, girl. I'm like, damn, we can't even eat.
At this point, that's what they trying to do.
Somebody gonna say the only thing that ain't been recalled is alcohol, and I was just like, that is very true. And that's what everybody gonna be turned into in a minute, because people gonna be stressed the hell
But I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna stay off them streets.
out. Okay. Oh Lord, have you been listening to anything?
Honestly, I just been listening to gospel all week. I just been in that mode.
Mm, yeah. What have I been listening to? Mm, I did listen to Lil Durk today. Cause the summer don't be the same without Lil Durk. I'm sorry. I be needing to hear something. The fact that we ain't really heard nothing is driving me crazy. So I did listen to Lil Durk. I do like that Pooh Shiesty. I cannot talk today.
The
It's irritating
album,
me. I do. I do.
yeah, I heard some of it.
I do.
I gotta
So
finish it.
yeah, I'll say that. Lil Durk and Pooh. I'm really trying to get back on that iron R&B mode because sometimes listening to trap music, it just makes you more agitated sometimes.
That it do. Can't be listening to the rah rah all the time.
Yeah, but I'll be on a mission when I'm driving.
Driving, yes. Highway, yes. Or if I'm going out, yes.
Yeah, I'll be
Like
trying to
a little
listen to
turn
some.
up.
Yeah, I'll be trying to listen to some Skilla Baby or some when it's time to go out. But hopefully, the rest of this week is better, and hopefully, I get my life together.
It'll get smoother.
Yeah, I hope so. I really do, cause I'm so
Just
trying not to
one day
stress.
at a time. One day at a time.
Hey, if I send you a picture of a wine bottle, you know it didn't hit. It didn't hit. Oh man, the part of adulthood that they don't tell you about. Oh, and I do want to say one thing. Okay, I can't express this enough, but please, well, I haven't expressed it on here, but like, please, 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 please,
What you finna
go.
say?
No, I'm gonna say,
Oh,
please, please, please go get tested. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you trust that person. I don't care if that's your husband and y'all been together for 30 years. Please go and get tested. Because
everybody.
Facebook has been a horror show. Because y'all know I am nosy.
Girl, them rates done went up in Atlanta again.
Ups. Again. Like, please go and do it. Go and do it. It's just, you shouldn't be trusting men to begin with. You gotta always keep your head on a swivel when it comes to them. Everything may sound good or look good, but it ain't good. So I
At
will
the
say
end of
that.
the day, yeah. At the end of the day, you only know what you doing. So
Amen. Amen. So please go and do that. That was part of my thing today too. I went and did that, and everything came back negative. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cause yeah, which it was going to anyway, but Facebook has been a horror show,
I believe
literally.
it.
So please, y'all, go get tested, strap up. They do have what's that thing? What's that pill called that they selling now? Oh, I can't even think. But it's in the stores. You don't even need it. I mean, you do need it, but you don't have to have like a doctor thing for it. So prep, that's what it's called, prep. So yeah, y'all, please go get tested. Take care of yourself. And like Tay said, you only know what you're doing. You don't know what they're doing. So yeah, that's all I have to say. And that ends the episode. If you have not listened to the other episodes, please go do that. Like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode.
Bye.